So the day that my mom passed away, my mom and dad were actually on vacation in South Dakota. They were out there at a Vietnam reunion, and my dad's infantry had this ceremonial recognition underneath Mount Rushmore. My dad is a decorated war veteran. I called my mom a couple of times in the morning, and she didn't answer, and thought it was kind of weird, but just kind of went on with my day. And I got a call back from my dad saying that my mom wasn't feeling very well and that they had to call an ambulance. She ended up having a blood clot in her leg. So we called 911. They came and they picked her up. They didn't even let my dad ride in the ambulance. When he got to the hospital, minutes later, they said she's being transported to Rapid City. Kissed her goodbye. And my mom died in the ambulance on the way to Rapid City. And I think that they just knew that there was nothing that they could do for her. So she was healthy, totally fine, and then gone. I remember thinking that it wasn't real. I felt so numb and very upset. And so when you have those things happen, you don't know what to do with them. From Kane's kindergarten teacher to my physician to the funeral director, everybody said, "Have you heard of Michael's Place? Do you know what Michael's Place is?" And I went running. I really did. I needed help, and Michael's Place accepted me with open arms, and I could not be more grateful. I don't even know this woman, and she is sitting there just listening to me pour my heart out. She cried with me, and she held my hand, and she helped wipe my tears. And I felt from the first time that I went there that I had some hope. I remember leaving the first women's group thinking, I am looking in a mirror. I am looking in a mirror, and they are saying everything that I feel. And the challenges that they're facing on a daily basis were the same things that I was facing. And it was really comforting to hear how they were working through those. And something that somebody said to me was, "Your mom taught you everything. She taught you everything in life. She taught you how to be the best mom that you can be, the best worker, the best friend." And you're right, she did. She taught me everything. But she did not teach me how to live without her. And Michael's Place helped me.
Zach and I met at work, and then we were married in the fall of 2004. And then in 2009, we had our first child, Wes, and then in 2012, we had our second son, Maxwell. For the most part, it was just me at home, and Zach was at work, and I was having a blast. I was doing what I'd always wanted to do as far as being a mom and being able to stay home with my boys. And then when Max was 5 months and Wes was 3.5, we lost Zach. When Zach passed away, it was the shock of it, and then the inertia of having to deal with funeral arrangements and all those terrible things that you have to deal with afterward. I just wanted to get it over with. I wanted to be done with it. But that was what brought me to Michael's Place, because I was focusing on the wrong things instead of dealing with what I had to deal with. One of the things I love about Michael's Place for my boys is that they understand that grief is grief. It's not something that you're causing somebody else to feel. It's the loss of the loved one that makes them feel that way. Being able to understand that those feelings are normal is a huge part of it. A lot of Michael's Place to me is normalcy, and feeling like processing things is, you're not the only one in the room when you're there who's dealing with that stuff. Everybody there is going through the same stuff. Everybody else there is facing a tremendous loss. They've lost somebody, even if it's not a mom or a dad, somebody significant in their lives. It's a dramatic change in some people to see them go from so profoundly sad to they're the people who are making the room laugh or cracking the jokes because they've become themselves again. They still have that grief and they still have that hole in their heart, but they've become themselves again. The most important thing in my life now is raising my kids and nothing is going to come before that. It's all about them.
I had to go. I had to get help. And Michael's Place is there to help. They're there to help you and really hold your hand and be your friend and all of the things that you need, and they get it. They just get it.
I love Michael's Place because it gives us a place to be normal as a 3-person family without Dad there. We're not an abnormal family in the group.
Our lives are made up of so many moments. When tragic loss comes upon us, grief can turn time against us. Michael's Place is about making every moment count.